Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Just a Podcast. I am here with Ellie today, and just as always, we're just going to jump right into it.
I was a huge fan of like the original My Little Ponies.
Okay.
Like legit little bitty kid, and I still have 4 of them.
Okay.
Like the actual little ponies with a little mane, and I think I have some of their little brushes still and stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked up one on eBay actually, and I think it was worth like $1,000 now.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
I had that racetrack with the cars where you put them at the top and
I don't know, it goes all the way down.
they go all the way down, and you keep doing that.
Nice.
And the circle thing where you put the stick on it at the other end, and then on the other side, then you could attach it in the center, and then
And it
another
would go
circle
around?
thing.
Would it spin?
No, I don't know what
was it
it's
called?
called.
Did they have holes through the circles,
Yeah,
and then you could put
could
the
stick
stakes
stuff
in them?
in,
I know
yeah.
what that is. I have no idea what it's called.
Yeah. Dang it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Because
Somebody
I
will be able
played
to
it
figure
with
that
it
out.
a ton as a kid.
Did you?
And make it a ton of different stuff.
Oh, I used to also play with, of course, I'm a girl. I played with a lot of Barbies. But my dad got me, and this is like old school, but he got me a G.I. Joe.
Okay.
And so I would play with my G.I. Joe like he was attacking the Barbies. And I used to, like, I'd set up forts on the couch, and I'd go through this whole rendition of stuff to make sure that I had, like, the perfect little area for my Barbies to
Yeah.
hide. Oh,
No, it's
sorry.
okay.
So, yeah, no, oh gosh, I played with so many toys as a kid, but I was a very outdoor person.
Okay.
So most of the time my toys got super dirty.
Playing in the dirt.
Oh,
and
yeah, oh,
having
no,
scenes. Oh, I'm drowning. Don't worry, I'll save you. And then, you
I'd
save
make
the day.
mud pies with them and like stick them in them and let them dry.
Okay.
And then so I could carry them around in the mud pies. I was a strange little child.
Then I had those green army guys with
Oh,
the parachutes.
those were
too.
fantastic.
And then they'd come down.
I used to do that off of our balcony.
Okay.
And on more than one occasion, they were taken away because it would be during the wintertime. We had a wood stove, and they'd hit the wood stove and they'd just melt. And their little parachutes would just go. And I'd make the smoke alarm go off, and it
Oh,
was
gosh.
horrible. And my mom was like, "You're done. You're cut off." I was
Yeah.
like, shoot.
Dang
Yeah,
it.
it was a lot of fun though.
Or of course, Hot Wheels.
Oh, hell
brand new
yeah.
Hot Wheels. So, I don't know if McDonald's ever did a thing with them. I don't think they did. It was always in the stores. And, oh my gosh, a new Hot Wheels car. And then my parents would just get them.
Yeah, would they?
And then we'd just play around with it.
Did you lose a lot?
No, but they would get broken because, I'd crash them into one another and drive around, go crazy, drive on the walls, do some tricks.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was never a big Hot Wheels person, unfortunately. I think I had a couple, but it was never a go-to for me.
It was just so much fun with those things.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then Hess. There was a collectible type of thing, like these big old cars.
Okay.
They were like a gas station type of thing.
Okay.
There'd be like trucks and service cars, and we have a ton of them still.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Like it had like little gas stations and place where you could actually like get service
Like
on the car. Oh,
trucks
that's cool.
and cars that you could use. They had little people that you could put in it, and like behind in the truck. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What about Legos?
Oh yes, a ton of Legos.
I loved Legos. I was one of those children though that had to keep all of my Lego sets separate.
Okay.
And so that I knew I could put it back together. And so I'd keep them in like their box and everything. And so once I kind of grew up, and I still play with Legos, but I got the giant like Disney castle
Okay.
from like Legos. It's $400
Yeah,
for a
that's
Lego
how-
set. I think it's like 5,900 pieces or something like that. And so since I didn't do it for like, I didn't like sit down and say, okay, I'm going to put all of this
do it.
together right now. my cat would like help me, and she'd like throw pieces under the couch, and I'd have to go searching for them because I'd go, okay, there's just one piece that's missing because it has like 100+ page instruction book.
Where is it?
I was like, oh my gosh, it's gone. And then I did the really stupid thing of, I guess, people when they have big sets like that, they glue them together, and I didn't. And so when I moved, I kind of had to put half of it back together, and it was devastating.
I know.
But I found all the pieces, so I was glad. And now they have like a giant Harry Potter castle for the whole of Hogwarts, and it's like it's $3.99 as well, and it's 7,000 pieces. I want it so bad.
Yeah.
I'm still a big kid, so I want it to death. It's like, oh my gosh.
I wanted to build the Millennium Falcon.
Oh.
But that thing is
that thing's really expensive.
I was like, whoa, I don't know.
No. Good gosh. No, I anything I think that has to do with Star Wars, of course, it's gonna be like up there huge. So good luck with that.
Yeah. I've had like a ton. It just goes around. I had one Lego SpongeBob set, the Krusty Krab, with Mr. Krabs and Squidward and Patrick and SpongeBob. Lego, a lot of Lego City sets. Had one Lego Batman set. Many Star Wars sets where it was the vehicle and then the two people or a droid and then a vehicle. It was never a big thing.
Big,
it's just
huge
like,
one.
In Target that on the side with the gum and the candy.
Oh yeah, where they have that little tiny
right
like couple
there,
100-piece set.
I'd grab it, I'd put it on the conveyor belt. My mom would get it.
You were one of those. You were sneaky.
See the little wafers.
How'd this get in here?
Oh, sister put it in. I didn't do it, and then they purchased it. But yeah, that's how I got most of my stuff.
That's pretty cool.
And then Toys R Us as well.
Oh, dude, before that closed down, I remember one Christmas specifically. My parents took us into Toys R Us and said, "Okay, I want you guys to pick out a Christmas list." And so me and my sister, we ran up and down and up and down. And I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. And I went and I told them all these things that I wanted. And they're like, you need to keep it a little shorter.
You bring it down.
Yeah. And so I was telling them everything that I wanted. And so we got home. And about a month later, and I believe that I was about 5 or 6 years old, I decided that I'm going to go snooping in Mom and Dad's closet.
Uh-oh.
Cannoli.
I found all of the stuff that they bought us for Christmas. They did not do a good job of hiding it. And my mom still gets on me to this day because it was so horrible. They wrapped everything. They put it under the tree. And then Christmas morning came. And I kind of already knew what I was getting. So I was like, okay. And my mom didn't label one of the boxes.
Okay.
And she gave it to my sister. And I said, no, that one's mine. Mom's like, what? She's all, well, that's what it was in the closet. And she's all, and I was like, oh, crap. Oh, my mom's like, you were in the closet? I was like, oh, crap. I'm in so much trouble.
Yeah.
From that point out, I think they put all the presents in the attic because I never found them.
Oh, man.
But yeah, my mom was like, you already knew what you were getting. And I ran around the house and I was thrilled. And I had like these little ponies and these little horse figurines that were like the big ones. That's what I was like excelling to. These bigger horses, and then some really teeny tiny ones that I thought were adorable. I wish I hadn't have lost all of those though. I remember thinking they were so cute, but my little sister was completely clueless. She's like, huh? You did what?
Oh.
Like, you can find presents? Like, and then so I was
How
like,
is this possible?
I was ruining the whole, illusion of Santa Claus sort of thing. And my mom's like, you what? Oh gosh. So yeah. Man. So that was pretty bad.
I never did anything like that.
No, you weren't bad.
I mean, the stocking, sometimes you'd see them and you want to go in them. I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. But they wouldn't. When we got older, of course, they already would put them there, and we just couldn't, go up too close to see, shake it. What's this sound like, or what's this feel like? What is this? But when we were kids, she had a station and area where she would hide them, but she wouldn't tell us, so we didn't know as a kid.
That's fantastic, though. Yeah, my mom quit putting out the presents early so that we couldn't shake them and figure it out. And so even to this day, I don't try to figure out what gifts are because I probably can.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to, and it ruins the surprise. Like when you're a kid, you want to know instantly,
It's
but
like, oh,
yeah,
so
when you're
bad.
when you're an adult, you kind of grow out of that a little bit, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna leave it as a surprise. This only happens once a year. Just chill out.
Mm-hmm.
But still, that little kid comes out and goes, I just want to shake it
Yeah.
and find out what's inside.
What's in it?
Yeah, totally.
Is it the Lego castle? What is it?
Yeah.
What could it be?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'll have to do that. I'll have to get that for myself.
Mm-hmm. The boom, huge.
Yeah. Thanks, gigantic.
I miss the demo stations at Best Buy a
Oh.
ton. I
Mhm.
always go in there and I say, "See, what happened? Best Buy, where's the Xbox 360, the PlayStation? Where's the PS? Where did they go?" That was the thing to do as a kid. Parents walking around just
Yep.
playing the demos 10 times, again.
Yeah, and now they just got rid of them. I don't know. Maybe somebody was stealing stuff, or I have no
Yeah,
clue. Like,
I
but
don't-
no, they're gone, and it sucks.
Yeah.
And even like, where was it? In Costco, they have like everything there, like it's set up to be a demo station, and then you go and like play with it, and like alarms go off, and you're like, okay, I'm
Whoa.
so sorry.
Sorry.
I swear I'm not trying to steal it. I just wanted to feel the buttons, and then
Yeah.
you like walk away. And so that sucks.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it was great because they could just leave you there and say, "Here you go, play the video games." Like, all right,
Okay.
sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was like for sure an old school Nintendo fan.
Okay.
Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers.
Mm,
1
yeah.
and 3. I didn't really
Okay.
like 2. I was a 1 and 3 fan, and I never played Mario Kart.
Uh-oh.
Don't hate me.
Uh-oh.
I never had it, and my friends did, but every time I'd go over to my friends' place, either they were in trouble for playing the games, or my mom said, you can't spend the whole time in front of the video games. You have to go outside. So I was like, okay. And so I was banned from playing it, which sucked. Oh yeah, I was a sad little child.
Oh man, I played that at friends' houses. Oh my gosh, that game is fun and it's intense.
It is intense. Now, since like, they don't have those really old school games, the Wii, I guess, has something like that. But if you get a Raspberry Pi unit, you can get every Nintendo game ever made. I think I have like 400 plus of them.
Okay.
And then I have the different remotes that go with each one because each of the buttons are different. So, I mean, I could play video games for centuries,
Yeah.
it feels like, and never get done. But I still go to like the same 5 video games. I'm just, oh well.
Now, what were the go-to video games as a kid?
You definitely, okay, there was, I loved Zelda.
Okay.
Like, Zelda was great. A big fan. And then, of course, Super Mario Brothers 3, because it was, oh, and Donkey Kong.
Okay.
And that little fluffy cloud guy. I had it on the little handheld Game Boy. It was I had it on color Game Boy.
Help us out.
Kirby.
Okay.
Kirby. I loved playing Kirby.
Okay, Kirby.
Brain fade. Kirby was great.
Yeah.
But no, I was a huge Donkey Kong fan.
Okay,
And
Donkey Kong.
So I'll still play that. You got to collect all the bananas.
Yes.
And I would go through until I'd just get every single one. It was pretty pathetic. but-
Yeah.
What about you?
I love the Lego video games. Those were funny.
Yeah, I'm now like upgrading, right? I have like whatever the brand newest Xbox is. I bought that for myself for my Christmas gift last year.
Yeah.
That's how pathetic I am. But I'm a huge Skyrim fan.
Okay.
If I play any game in the world enough, like I will spend hours, not even on a mission, just running through the woods, killing dragons, and yeah, I'm an arrow. I'm the cat one, the Khajiit,
Okay.
and I love archery and stuff like that, and like sneaking around, so I can like sneak up on anything. I don't even freaking know what level I'm on, and I've only actually ever finished the game once. I just love to keep playing it.
Just running around.
Oh, yeah,
Collecting stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely that form of a nerd, trying to see how good I can get my house and. Oh well.
Finding the toughest dragon to battle.
Oh yeah.
Trying not to die.
Trying not to die. Make sure I have enough health potion. Trying to figure out where to hit him so that I can use the least amount of arrows as possible.
And then there was the Force Unleashed video games.
Mm.
And then that Sonic the Hedgehog game. That
Oh,
was very
Sonic
glitchy,
was great.
That glitchy one that now a lot of people like. They came out in 2007. As a
Mm-hmm.
kid, I didn't notice all the loading screens
Yeah,
and just how
nope.
glitchy it was. I was like, oh, okay, just
You just
gotta wait a
wait.
little bit more. And then I'd play it. And I was like, oh, that was.
That was a bad issue.
I like the soundtrack though. The soundtrack's great. And
The soundtrack is
yeah.
great. I have to agree.
Mm-hmm.
But no one realized all of those mistakes. Like,
Yeah.
and we didn't care. But like we didn't give any cares at all. It's like, oh, okay, we'll just sit here
Yeah. Oh,
for a
okay.
while. It's entertaining. Okay, now I'm ready.
Here
And,
we
then-
go.
and then you play.
Another one.
And
Oh,
then you wait again, and you're
yeah.
like, But it gave me enough time to get a snack.
okay.
Like, I
Uh-huh.
made use of the
Oh,
loading
yeah.
screens.
You just hit the pause button on Banjo Kazooie and like, dun, 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 it's just playing, and your parents are just sitting in the other room hearing it loop
Repeat, and they're
and
like,
loop.
we're gonna kill her. We're just gonna smother and throw the video games out.
Yes. Oh man. Halo games. But that's when I got older.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
never played Halo.
Okay.
It was unfortunately I did play it once, but I didn't get into it. I think it's because I never had it, and I'd always played at people's houses.
Mhm.
And you have to like have it, I think, to actually play it to get used to it. But people love that. That and Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, and that's where I went the other one.
Uh-huh.
I want the the RPG. I don't want like the go into like this scene of people, and then I'm gonna go, oh, we're gonna kill all these bad guys, and then okay, and it reloads, and then you play again. I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, huh?
Yeah, no.
Whoa.
I need like the what's it called when you play the whole game where it has missions? There's a word for it instead of just the little.
Campaign?
Yeah, the campaign.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
The campaign.
Yes, the campaign. I love campaigns of stuff that go in for like a short amount of time and like play those missions. No, it made me want to pull my hair out.
Yeah. Stealth missions for video games are the tough ones.
The which ones?
Stealth missions.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because you gotta, take the guys out. And sometimes in Halo, there's an option where you can do it all in stealth, or you can just go crazy and
Oh,
let
gosh.
people know you're here. He's here, and then they attack you. But it's harder to do it in Halo than in Call of Duty.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't know.
Did you ever have pizza or some type of lunch type of thing when playing video games? The Pizza Hut's on the chair, and then the soda's on the table, and during cutscenes, you're eating as fast as you can, taking swigs of the
It's so
root
funny
beer.
that you would say that. Like, yeah, my parents, especially like on a Saturday, right? I'd get all my friends together. I was like, we're gonna play video games. We're gonna have the best time ever, right? And you're a little kid, you don't know any better. And my parents would order in Pizza Hut for us, and the doorbell would ring, and we would flip.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we would go ape nuts crazy and
Yeah.
just beat it to the door and be right there as it came in, super hot. And she'd always order one for us specifically because it was gonna get annihilated.
Yeah.
And we would, oh man, the controllers would be greasy. And then we'd each have one soda.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, like, you're, I don't know if you ever did this, but like watching your friends, I'd be like almost chewing on the straw, like trying to help them through their game, right? And I'm not doing the game. It's like, you gotta get there. You're
Yeah.
almost there. And it would usually just be over something ridiculous. And looking back at it, it was great though, because you were so into what your friends were doing, you didn't care.
Yeah.
You're just shoving your face, you're stuffing your face, you're sitting there, you're burping with your friends, you end up saying your name or the ABCs while they're playing the video
Yeah.
game. So, yeah, that was awesome. I
Oh,
loved it. It was
yeah.
always pizza, too.
Mm-hmm.
Big, fat cheese pizza.
Yes.
Yes.
And as many slices as you can get down. Of
As
course.
fast as you possibly could. Yep.
You're not finished with your pizza? I mean, if you want,
I can
have
help.
some, but it's okay if you don't. If you're gonna finish it, that's okay.
Yep. I'll back off. Or I know I used to have a friend that would slap me if I got too close to their pizza.
Hey,
It wouldn't matter if they
Yeah.
were like intense with their game. It's like, don't touch. You're like, whoa.
sorry.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were so possessive for your food.
yeah.
And you just gotta recline back and go, darn it, maybe there's some chips. And then, oh my gosh, I would go and I'd find where the Doritos were.
The Dorito.
And I'd bring those out. And
Uh-huh.
it was one of those things where everybody would crowd over the Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
But then they'd leave their pizza alone. And so I could swoop in and get pizza.
That's the tactic. Distraction.
Holy crap, yeah.
Boom.
That's what magicians do, right? A master of
Boom.
distraction. You do not pay attention. Something
There
gets
you go.
snatched. Oh, I loved it.
Would you eat the whole pizza and the bread, or did you have a phase where you take out the cheese, eat a little of the cheese?
I would eat all of the cheese, and then I'd nibble along the crust and leave the crust.
Okay.
And my friends used to get pissed off, like, why aren't you eating that? And so again, distraction tactic, they'd eat the crust, and I would get the good part of their pizza.
Okay.
It's terrible, I know.
Like, here, I don't.
Exactly.
Go-to beverage with the pizza as a kid. What was always being grabbed?
The what? The go-to for
Beverage.
pizza? Oh, beverage. I loved Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
I loved root beer. Those were like my go-to. Sometimes Coca-Cola, but not as much. Like, and then as I got older and I kind of figured out what caffeine would do, Mountain Dew.
Okay, Mountain Dew.
Yeah, so it was mild growing up, and then, I hit like teenager and was like, oh my gosh, this is great. You play video games all night if you drink enough Mountain Dew. That was before I was allowed to have Red Bull or something like that, of course. You?
Root beer and icy.
Oh, there you go.
McDonald's, you see it.
Yep.
Or you mix drinks.
Oh, I was a total suicider.
Okay.
Completely at soft drinks. Just I'd get a little bit of each one. But it was a surefire way for like my parents not to drink my soda because they're like, oh, that's disgusting. And I was like, this is great. This has so many flavors. And they're like, you're disgusting.
It's like, this is too much.
Yeah, for sure.
I had a limit, just three flavors, and that's it.
I do like 3 or 4.
Okay.
But I mean, I would strategically mix them. Yeah, exactly. Just that little, just a drop of one, and that's all you need. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone there.
Yeah, I liked anything as a kid. I liked French fries, the burger. I never really got into the Big Macs or the Big Whoppers, just the quarter pounder guys.
Little ones? I had a lot of friends that were into burgers. I grew up as a vegetarian.
Okay.
And so everything with cheese on it was fair game. So I was a huge cheese person. But I never got into the burgers, but I loved French fries.
Okay, yeah.
So they were definitely delicious. That and a good milkshake. Oh my gosh.
Oh, good milkshake.
Yeah, now we're talking about food. My mouth is watering. It's terrible.
McFlurries or the shakes?
Definitely a shake.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that when they came out with the McFlurries, they were awesome, but yeah, it was like, wow, this is great. But I never liked a McFlurry with French fries. Like, I always wanted a milkshake with French fries. So it was like a totally different scenario there. Depending on what I was doing.
Yeah. What seasoning did you prefer the most with French fries? Do you gravitate Red Robin's or Freddy's French fries or?
I always loved Arby's because they had curly fries.
Okay.
And then I loved if I could get barbecue sauce to dip them in.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, that was just heaven. It was wonderful.
Barbecue sauce. I had the FAs. Let's try it out. And then with mac and cheese and barbecue sauce. Cannoli.
That was wonderful phase. That was fantastic.
Mac and cheese and barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have the smoky barbecue sauce.
Yeah, like that mesquite smoked sort of flavor. Sorry, I have something in my eye.
No, it's okay. It's those days. Oh, I can't get it out.
Yes, it's like now my eye's watering and I have no idea why.
Like, what were favorite activities with the family as a kid?
We really loved. Well, we had movie night, of course. Which the whole family was in on that. It was awesome. We loved road trips, and we loved horseback riding. And so, I mean, that was like growing up, I was on a horse 24/7. Okay. And so that was awesome. And then I have the best road trip stories in the world. They're freaking hilarious. I think it was like Thanksgiving. Right? Great time to go on a road trip.
Let's go.
My gosh. So
Food.
we were looking for, I think, a place to eat dinner on the road. And we found like a cute little place. We had Thanksgiving dinner. It was interesting. I'd never had Thanksgiving dinner like that before ever. It was like almost a Denny's style, but it wasn't. It was like some other kind of country kitchen sort of place. It was cute. But so we were still on the road, and we weren't to like our destination yet of where we were going to stay at our hotel. But my parents were always adamant, you have to brush your teeth no matter what. Like, we don't care where you're at or what's going on, you're going to brush your teeth. We're like, okay. So my dad always had like our toothbrushes and our toothpaste. So, the car's sitting here like this, and we're all on the left side of the car on the driver's side. Me and my sister and my dad, and we're sitting there brushing our teeth, and my mom is in the passenger side. And she's sitting over there brushing her teeth. And we all look over there, we got like mouthfuls of, toothpaste, and I was like, Mom, what are you brushing your teeth? She's like, yeah, I'm brushing my teeth. My dad's like, what are you using for toothpaste? She's all this? We're like, oh gosh, Mom, that's Bengay for muscle pain, because I would have muscle cramps as a kid in my legs. So she started using, it's icy hot, basically, to brush her teeth with. And so she starts going, what? And then she looks at it. She's like, oh no. And she like throws it down, and she starts spitting her toothpaste out. And I don't think it made her throw up, but just about. And she's trying to wash it out, and her mouth is on fire. Absolute fire. And so we're sitting there, and we never have let her live that down. Like, because it was about the same size of a tube, and she just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
It was fantastic, though. It was great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was awesome.
That is intense.
It was pretty cute, though.
I always make sure, okay, oh, this is the toothpaste. Okay, here we go. Great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
let's make sure that it's the right thing and not something else.
What about in other states?
Other states? Like traveling to other states? Car trips, other states. I don't know that I have any horribly funny ones, or just in general. We used to travel a lot. And we actually at one point in time thought we left my sister at the restroom.
Uh-oh.
And we were traveling from Idaho to Wisconsin. And my sister was smaller, but she wasn't that small. And we'd kind of set up this like double bed thing in the back seat of the truck. Like, there was the top, and then there was the floorboard. And so once you got down past where my parents had reclined their chairs, you'd have a whole little bed down there. And I was up on the thing, and I was playing my Game Boy, and my mom's like, where's your sister? I was like, I don't know. My mom was like, what do you mean you don't know? We haven't heard her for a while. I was like, well, I don't know. Is she up there with you? Like, literally, we're in the cab of a truck. It's not that much space. And I was like, I don't know. Well, she'd fallen asleep on the floorboard while we went to the restroom. We came back, and she didn't say a word. So my parents stopped. She was still asleep. They turned around, drove back about 10 miles. They jumped out, going to the restroom. And so I decided to get up, and I get up, and I stand up on the floorboard, and I step on her. I stepped on like her leg or something. I didn't hurt her or anything. And she screams. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, you're under there.
Oh.
And she was like completely covered under the blankets. I mean, it was a funny story for us at the time, thinking that we left my sister behind, which I thought was like, cool. I have the whole back seat to myself. Yeah. She's not going to steal my Game Boy anymore. This is going to be mine. And she, I guess that's kind of sad for me to say, but it's true. She was mean, man. She used to bite me. She was terrible.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. I used to be food. And so it was not fun. She was a strange little creature.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Yourself?
We used to live in Brooklyn, New York, and we would go to a lot of restaurants, go around New York, and here we've been to Sedona and Grand Canyon, Williams, and just a lot of fun road trips. Disney World.
Oh yeah.
Disneyland. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm a huge Disney fan. I go to Disneyland at least once a year. And since 2011, I've made that like a tradition to go to Disneyland once a year. And it was last year, instead of going to Disneyland in the United States, I went to Disneyland Paris.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Okay.
And it is highly recommended.